if you like classic cars or vintage cars as some would say, you'd love this 1942 Morris A-Type E that Asif has restored from scratch. This car here, tell me a bit about this car.
Well, this car here is a British car, a 1938. It's a Morris 8 Series E. This car was manufactured during the period 1930 to 1948. But this one, more or less, is a 1942 model. It's built with a 918cc engine, a side valve engine, and it's a shift gear, 4 forward.
And you have had this car for how long?
Approximately 2 years.
But firstly, how did you acquire this car?
Well, I was lucky to get this car to buy from a guy that lives in England, but he owns this car and 2 other cars that he had stored in Guyana, and I bought them from him in Kingston. And I decided that I restore this one first, so this one is now fully completed.
The restoration took you how long?
Took me about 9 months, but we worked tirelessly to get it done, because initially it was like a piece of scrap and everything was done. So we started and we accomplished our mission and complete the restoration in roughly about 9 months.
And how difficult was it to restore? I mean, sourcing parts and so on.
It's tough because you don't have any parts availability in Guyana. So I source most of the parts out of the UK, Australia, and as far as India.
Is this safe to say that this is the only one left?
Well, I would assume, because I haven't seen any one of this model or type around. And I would think so.
What drives you? What made you become so passionate about restoration and old cars and stuff?
Well, initially, the first car I had owned was a British car. So now, everybody move up to Japanese Toyotas and Nissans, even myself. But a couple of years back, it impacted on me, and I decided that I'm going to acquire a British car. So I started the process, and I acquired about 20 of them. This happened to be one, and I like this one a lot, so I said I'm going to fix this one first. So that's what I did.
You said you have about 20 cars. Give me some of what you have.
I have cars as old as 1930. That's a Singer Porlock. It's a convertible with a spokes wheel. I have cars 1945 like Ford Prefect. I have a 1953 Vanguard, a 1957 Humber Hack. I have a 1959 DeSoto, A55 Austin. I think that's a 1955, and several others. in the late 50s and early 60s.
So, what's the next car up for restoration?
Well, I am planning to do the Humber Hack next. The car is a nice car and it's in very good condition for now. There's not too much to be done on it, so I'm going to embark on that shortly.
You said the Humber Hawk you fix next. What about the Ford Prefect? What are you going to do with that?
Well, I plan on keeping that one, and I have the Chevrolet. I'll keep that as well. I have the Mini Mokes, which is good for the young generation, so I almost completed one of them. It will be up for sale. And there's an X. Anybody has the interest in restoring it, it's available.
Given the fact that you have all these cars, which one of them are you going to be selling or so?
Well, I have a great love and passion for these cars, but I just don't want to be greedy. So I'd be more than willing to part with most of them except 2 or 3 that I'll keep for myself. But this one in particular, I'm prepared to part with it if somebody is very, very interested in acquiring it. I am very, very interested in selling it. And I have more that I'll be more than willing to sell should anyone have the passion and love for antique cars.
So we could put this out there and members of the public could basically contact you and get further information on what you have to sell and so on.
Definitely, you can.
Thanks a lot for your time and good luck on the sale.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.